Have you ever noticed that some people are just like angry? Like anger that kind of just follows them around. Nobody tells you, but anger can just become part of your personality. You think you're just upset about one thing, but eventually you start looking for reasons to stay angry. Well, honestly, I used to kind of be like this. I started to think maybe everyone has it out for me, or maybe I was just having a bad day. And then it became all the time. Honestly, at some point, I stopped being angry about something and I was just angry at nothing. Today's age where everything is rage bait or it's OD to show any emotion, it kind of makes sense why I got so angry. I wake up, log on to social media, and immediately I'm being engagement baited into arguing with some random person online. I don't think you realize what this does to you until you take a step back. I would find myself typing out a whole response to somebody who I think is being stupid on Instagram, and for what? I had no reason to argue with anybody, but I was just so angry all the time. I felt like everybody needed to hear. I won't lie. I still type the responses out sometimes, but now I do delete them. Maybe it's not the same for y'all, but this anger online kind of started to bleed into other parts of my life as well. Every little thing started to piss me off. Somebody cut me off in traffic. Now I'm yelling curses on their whole family and future generations. Somebody walks too slow in front of me. Now I'm thinking that they're doing it intentionally. I'm getting pissed at that. I start to think to myself, why am I getting so mad about this person walking slow? I started to realize that I was just angry at literally anything. I almost craved it. I started going into work like, oh, the customers today are going to be so rude. I'm ready to snap back at anybody. Or, oh, I'm going to log onto social media and I'm going to get pissed off. It was almost like my body was training me to look at the things that annoyed and pissed me off, like almost just to satisfy this craving. I realized that if my anger wasn't coming from one of these stupid things, my brain would just find another reason for it to be mad at. Like, I was just ready at any moment in time, be angry at anyone or anything. I had already made the decision before anything had even happened. I just wanted something to justify the mood I was already in. My then natural mood, you could say. And here's the thing, being angry honestly felt good. When I would argue with somebody online and win, oh, I felt like a champ. Or if I started yelling at somebody on the game, I loved it. When I got the and I got the last word in, once again, being angry felt like a win. But when I wasn't actively getting angry at someone or something, I just felt sad and alone. I realized I really needed to make a change because I didn't really like how I felt after I dispersed all my anger. I would yell at somebody in my room on the game, and now I'm sitting in silence for the rest of the game because nobody on my team liked my energy. They didn't like how I acted, my other teammate, even if I did feel like my crash out was justified. My first solution to stop being angry at everybody on my team was to make a specific person, just one person at a time, my villain of the week. But all it did was channel my anger and hatred at one person. My villain could be established just by them coming into work late and making me stay 5 more minutes. Or another week, it would be my cousin because they didn't text me back quick enough. I seriously was looking for any reason to be mad, but here's the thing. It was less of a solution and more directed anger at one person because I still need to be angry. But as long as I'm not outwardly angry at everyone else, then it's okay. After doing this for honestly it was probably months, I started to come to the realization that if any person around me could just randomly become my villain from almost nothing that quickly, were they really in the wrong? They're starting to look like common denominators in all these situations. I was starting to see the only constant with the villains was myself. I realized that being this constant bad mood and angry person was so unlikable and making it hard for other people to be around me. So I decided that something needed to change. Changing what was probably years worth of habits wasn't going to be easy, but I decided that I was going to make a conscious effort with it. I started by just giving a hot compliment to one person every day and making that conscious effort to find that something positive. This, honestly, how little it was, helped a lot with chilling out. While this was a start, there's still a lot of work to do, and I still intended on changing. I know you've probably heard it a million times, but going to the gym and lifting really let out a lot of my anger. This also had another side effect of keeping me more disciplined, and that made me want to keep improving on myself. I would say the biggest thing that helped me improve my anger was being around other people. I was so antisocial and angry from that I would take it out everywhere. Once I started hanging out with people and doing things outside of my norm, I started to feel better about myself and less angry with everyone and everything else. Another part, I would say, a smaller part, is just kind of growing up, I guess, and realizing you can't spend your energy on stupid things that piss you off. You should be spending them on things you care about more. Here's the truth. I don't think I was actually angry at all those people. I think being angry almost felt like the default mood online. I had stopped looking at anger as a problem that needed to be fixed and more of like a quirk that I just had now and everyone else had too. Just like how lifting weights makes you stronger in the gym, getting angry every day as a random person online makes you better at being angry. And let me tell you, I might have been the Mr. Olympia of anger. Call me Chris Bumstep, really. I was quite good at it. If you're somebody who's angry all the time, I really don't blame you. And I'm not trying to shame you for it. I get it. Sometimes people or things really do just piss you off. Just think to yourself, is it really worth it? Is this person really worth my energy? Or have I gotten so used to being angry that it's just my natural response? I'm not going to sit here and pretend I never get angry anymore because that's just not true. I still type out the comments. I still get annoyed in traffic. I still have days where everything gets under my skin. The difference is that now I actually notice before it takes over. If you watched this and thought, yeah, that's kind of me, I don't really think the answer is to suddenly become overly positive, like just this happy-go-lucky person out of nowhere. That wasn't really the answer for me either. I think the first step is just paying attention and noticing. Ask yourself, am I actually mad at this situation, or was I just looking for a reason to be mad already? The internet will always be a place for people to be angry, and quite honestly, a place that is going to try and get you angry too. I just remember not letting people control my mood and keep my own peace. I spent so long being upset and looking for reasons to be angry, and it took so much energy from me and made me so much worse off. Now I don't actively seek it out, and I just try to be happy when I can. And I ignore the things that piss me off or annoy me. Honestly, it's made me so much happier, and I've felt so much lighter since then. Thank you guys so much for watching or listening. I understand this is more of an audio thing. Um, this is my first video, so like and sub if you want to hear me talk about more things, and feel free to leave a comment if you agree, disagree. If you disagree, I'd love to hear why. I'm still new to this, so just let me know. I've never written a script before, and I really tried, I promise. And I tried to do my best, so I would love any sort of support you guys could offer, or if you have any questions about anything related or any other things you'd like to hear me talk about, please let me know. Thank you for watching. Bye.